You introduced him to her and what?
His videos.
His videos?
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, he's an ass." I said, "He's spitting the truth."
Oh, he's an ass.
They only get mad when they spit the truth.
I love it. I love his little trademark at the end. Scooty scoo.
Oh God, that guy.
What's that dude's name?
Critical?
Critical. Shout that fool out. Critical?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even follow him, but he's come
I do.
across my. Maybe I do.
I do follow him.
Maybe I do. He's come across my timeline though.
I even got the wife walking through the house going, "Scooty scoo."
That's good shit. That's good shit. Well,
Yeah, yep.
well, you know, I realize when we take off, like a couple of weeks,
yeah.
like we just did,
Yeah.
I realize how much I enjoy this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I enjoy coming to fucking sit down with my brother. You know what I mean?
Same.
I love this shit. I fucking love this shit.
I was like, man. I said, my guy been gone. I said, then you missed Doug, and
I know. Fucking shout out to
but
Dougie.
I was happy. I was very happy you guys got to go away with do the family thing, time away.
I tell you what.
Press.
I needed the reset. You know what I mean? I did need that reset. I did. I still feel good. I felt good going back to work.
Yep.
I was texting my lead the day before. I was like, I'm back tomorrow, baby. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah. He said a lot of the guys have been gone. Just kind of gave me a little update and stuff. Dude, we worked with a skeleton crew this weekend.
Yeah, I heard.
We worked with a skeleton crew this weekend.
However, I will like to give. I know we don't disclose where we work, but I had to question my guy yesterday on the phone who painted an airplane, and my QA guys got done with it. Didn't even know they were done, and there was only 7 paint imperfections. That is phenomenal.
Thank you, brother.
You're very welcome.
Fucking felt good.
Great,
I tell you what, it
great.
felt good. I told you yesterday on the phone. I was like, bro, that whole morning when we got there, because I believe we painted it Friday,
Right.
and we had to look it over. Like they had said, I think in the pass down that it was pretty much good to go.
Right.
But we have to double check. So we did. We walked around. We double checked. We fixed some things that needed to be fixed. A few things that got missed. We make sure we dialed it in and did all the body work and whatnot. And the whole time I was doing it, I felt really good. Going into knowing, okay, it's almost time to go in the booth. A lot of the times I'll have a little bit of anxiousness or anxiety, or I kind of play with myself in my head. You know what I mean? Pause.
Right.
And I didn't have any of that, bro. I was like so like at peace and calm. I think it's because of that, time off, that little reset that I got. You know what I mean? But we went in there and just did the damn thing, and it felt good. Now we did have to do some, respray on the tail and the rudder, but my side only had a couple of runs, nothing major. But his tail and rudder had a few more than mine. But I mean, we sanded them down, we resprayed it, we took care of it. We didn't sand it up until it was good to go.
That's what I need. That's exactly what I need.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. That was a last minute call.
Oh, really?
That was a last minute call because my lead said, he was like, hey, here's the plan. And the plan at first was to send it up because interiors needed something to do. Okay?
Yeah.
And then he was like, let them do what they got to do and then bring it back. I kind of talked him down. Well, I threw a scenario at him and was like, hey, what if, you know what I mean? And then I could see he was like, let me think about it. And he played with it a little bit in his head, went back and forth with it. And then at the last second, he was like, you know what? We're not going to send it up. He was like, let's just you and your guy that helped you spray it. He was like, get on it. He was like, get on it, get it done in a timely manner, get it done so we can get it up, baked and get it back up there.
I'll bring it up on Friday because your shift deserves credit for it. So I'll bring that up on Friday. I'll have Dylan maybe bring the guys up or whatever and let them know, or I'll put it in the bug in his ear, say, hey, these guys did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, we appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? A lot of
A lot of the stuff at work is about appreciation.
and that's what doesn't get mentioned or talked about a lot of the times is like the higher ups, even your higher ups will always be quick to point the finger and like, what I mean? Hey, talk some shit, about how, hey, we don't got no real painters in this place and da 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 da, right?
Right.
But when painters do a good job, there's no, there's no.
Well,
it ain't even that I want you to. I don't need nobody to jerk me off about it. I just need somebody. I don't need to reach around, because I did a good job. But if anybody says, hey, you know what, man? Good job, man. That plane looks good. It looks good,
Well,
and we appreciate it. That's all a motherfucker need.
The old saying is, you can do one thing 1,000 times right. The one time you fuck it up,
Yeah.
you that guy.
I'm feeling more and more comfortable in the booth.
Right.
I'm feeling more and more comfortable with my settings on my e-stat. I'm very comfortable on my mapping of how I'm, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So I was happy when you texted me. When you first texted me, you were like, "Yo, who sprayed 50?" I was like, for a split second, I thought to my head, I was like, nah, man, we walked around the plane, man. We were very happy with it. And then I texted you back and I told you, and then I was like, me and the homie, and then I was like, why? Was it messed up? And then you called me and I was like, oh gosh. I was like, my phone started ringing like, oh hell no. I was like, what did we
What did you do?
I was like, for a split second, I was like, was the bottom messed up? And I was like,
Yeah.
nah. And we did fix in real time. Luckily, it was on the first coat. But down on the bottom, when we had it up in the air, we were doing the bottom and where the hats were, they got the little holes in it. Well, there's water still in there sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And my partner that was spraying the other side, he was like, we got done and he called me over and he was kind of like, tripping about it because water had come out and like all around there. And I was like, it was on his side.
Right.
No, I asked him, I was like, bro, what do you want to do? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, well, do you want to wipe it and cover it up? And he was like, I don't know, bro. He was like, I don't really want to wipe it. And I was like, why not? He was like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. I was like, bro, I went over there, got me a rag with some 3812 on it, and I wiped that whole area off. I said, boom. I was like, go. I said, just hit it. Just cover it up. And he was like, all right. And we got done with it.
Hell
It looked
yeah.
fine. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So, yeah. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyways,
We're back.
We are freaking back, man. And I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. Let's give it a round of applause for us. A round of applause because we did it. We're back. We are back. We are back, baby. And you guys already know over there to my guys' left, your guys' is right. You know who he is. He's him. He's that guy over there with them pasty ass legs.
Hey.
That's my boy Johnny, aka Johnny the Collector, Johnny Pasty Legs, Johnny fixing cars, motherfucker. Johnny the mechanic looking ass. He's a jack of all trades. Pause. I knew he was gonna be looking at me. And I'm your boy JD, aka JD in the White Tee, aka Himothy, and I'm aka your boy got a hard reset. Pause. And I'm feeling good, and I'm glad, and I'm back, and I can't wait to share a brew. And what you got? Some tequila?
I got some tequila.
Let's do it, baby. Introduce so we can sip.
Well, first off, let's get a drink of the Modelo.
Hell yeah.
Nice and ice cold.
Hell yeah. Salud, brother.
Oh, nice and cold.
Oh yeah.
That's good. If I could have those at work,
That's good.
you imagine coming out of the paint booth and be able to down one.
Oh man. I did get us a new follower at work, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like, hey man, he was like, is it true you do a podcast? I was like, yeah, man. Me and Johnny. And he was like, Really? He was like, what is it, man? He was like, I don't have nothing to listen to. I'm gonna listen to it, and if I like it, I'm gonna give you guys a follow. And I was like, I appreciate it. So I pulled it up on his YouTube. He got, I don't know, maybe halfway through the pod he was listening to, the episode he was listening to, he was like, you guys are good. He was like, I like it. He was like, I like it. He was like, I gave you guys a follow. I subscribed. I said, yeah, baby. Got another subscriber.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Shout out to him. He knows who he is.
All right. Well, got some Modelo, and we're going to do some tequila. This is a Casa Dragones. This is the 16. So, this is 100% blue agave. It's blue agave silver. It's aged. It's extra aged. So it's actually, they filter the color out of this one. And I got this bottle back in 2021. This is a 2020 bottle. And we're pretty kind of PG rated on the tasting notes. So
Okay.
On the aroma, you're gonna get a fresh and inviting offering of subtle floral citrus notes, surrounded by sweet roasted agave. On the taste, you're gonna get soft and exceptional smooth and enveloping, with hints of vanilla, spiced undertones, and delicate notes of pear. That's a new one. Pear. The finish is clean and warm, leaving a lingering warm hazelnut aftertaste. Got to get the nut taste in there, I guess.
Everyone, some of them are more egregious than the other ones, but there's always a pause.
So
there's always a pause.
And all that, this is a special bottle my wife had got for me. Like I said, in 2021, and but we're gonna have a special tequila today in the honor of my guys, Spain, who advanced to the World Cup Finals.
Oh my gosh!
Beat out France.
Salud.
My wife can suck it because she was rooting for France.
Yo.
And this is a sipping tequila. Yeah, how you like that shit?
Oh damn.
Oh damn. You couldn't take a bottle of this to a party. There's no way.
Bro, that's crazy.
It is. It is.
That's really good. That's dangerous, bro. That's dangerous.
Right. So
that's dangerous.
My wife was talking some shit yesterday. She was wanting to make some bets and everything else like that. And, we were talking about, what do you want to bet? I said, what do you got to lose? I'm like, she's like, they already predicted it's gonna be France and Argentina. And I'm like, ain't no way. I go, it's not gonna happen. It's Spain's year. And I said, yeah, I'll give it to France. France did great this cup. But yeah, you're not beating my guys. So, we ended up betting like a 12-pack or something like that. I was going to bet her lunch.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Oh, it was today.
Today.
Oh, I thought it was a night game.
No, it's 3:00, baby.
Oh, I thought it was a night game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get on there and watch the highlights here. Tomorrow is Argentina and England. I'm hoping my guys from England take out Argentina because I'm tired of their bullshit.
Nah, but
Messi been on one this cup. Look, I like him as a player.
Here's what I'll say. Argentina or England, either one of them goes, I think it'll be a good game.
It'll be good
against Spain.
100%.
It'll be a good game.
The girls at work were talking about it today because they're all playing football at work.
Oh yeah,
and they were just talking about how the English players are like 2 foot taller than the Argentine players, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so we.
You think they're gonna be able to bully out a win? Just push them out of the way. You know what I mean?
Push him out of the way.
I don't know. You ain't pushing Messi out the way.
He
gonna magically.
Let me tell you what.
Work around you.
Damn near every game. First off, this whole entire cup, they did not play a top-ranked team. And the BS that is out there with VAR and all that stuff like that, there was some stuff that was intentional, flat out, seen all the videos frozen and that should have been red cards.
All kinds of drama
Hey.
this World Cup.
And I will say this about football players or soccer players, they're dramatic.
Oh yeah, they
are-
are the master floppers, bro.
You know where they got lessons from? LeBron.
From Bron.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, Messi.
Master floppers.
Messi's the best at it.
They are they wrote the fucking book on that shit.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
There's a lot of things under the microscope right now that's happened this cup, and I'm just like,
Did you see?
crazy.
Did you see? I didn't even think that this was going to be a topic, or else I would have done a little bit more research. But did you see the? I think she's the. I want to say she's like the governor, or she's a big politician in Paraguay, and she said some wildly racist stuff against Mbappe.
really?
No, bro,
I missed
crazy.
that.
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna look that up.
crazy.
Well, did you see Egypt's coach go out there and he threw up the cross arms? That's supposed to be the racist thing going on the field. The refs didn't even stop the game. They're supposed to stop.
Hold on, let me see if I can. Paraguay's governor saying racist comments about Mbappe.
They probably already pulled that from the interwebs.
Oh, the senator. No, they didn't pull it.
Paraguayan Senator Celeste Amarilla faced criticism for racist comments about Kylian Mbappe after France's win. Mbappe responded, calling her actions unacceptable and saying she is unworthy of her position.
Bro, they got so it says she posted a series of racially charged insults on social media referring to Mbappe as a brute and a colonized Cameroonian.
Wow.
who had not learned to write. She also made graphic, dehumanizing comparisons regarding his upbringing and his education. No. We need to,
I will have to find that.
hold on. Hold on.
Domino's best deal ever now includes
I'll have to, there's one with, so I would have to, we'll do some research. You got to go watch it because they have the subtitles on what she's saying. She was like, but basically she said, who is he and what does he know about me? He doesn't even know where Paraguay is. He is still looking for it on the map. She said, of course I was offended and with enough reason to file a lawsuit. I don't know what that was against Mbappe. Hold on. Now you go ahead and you got to go watch it on your own time. But anyway, yeah, she says some crazy shit.
Right.
So a lot of drama in the FIFA World Cup this year.
100.
Lot of calls that should have got called, calls that didn't get called. You know what I mean? Like all of that VAR, wild. But congratulations to Spain. Whatever. USA got absolutely embarrassed.
They did the last game. It's like
against Belgium.
I was hopeful for them, but I want the U.S. men's team to win a World Cup, right? I do, but when I watched the last game, and it was like they just had no energy. They just nothing.
They look defeated, bro.
Yeah, already.
They just
but I was. And I want Spain. Of course, in my heart, I want Spain to go and I want Spain to win. But I also have that part of me that has the hope for the Cinderella team like Cape Verde.
Also,
They got shortchanged big time.
also, Cape Verde brings them out. Oh my goodness, bro, they got some baddies.
Really?
What?
I didn't. Yeah.
You didn't see any of the games, bro? They
I
got
saw the games,
some.
but-
Hold on, hold on. They rival Colombia, bro.
Really?
Who would have thought? I don't even know where Cape Verde is.
But we going?
They bring them out. Are you kidding me?
I gotta look it up.
Bro, they got some bad ones. They got some fine females in Cape Verde, bro.
Man, I tell you what.
They brought them out. They came to the U.S. They came to who? Hold on. First of all, they had to have all come into the United States because I ain't never been walking down the street and see a bad bitch wearing a Cape Verde jersey.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I see a bad bitch wearing a fucking Messi jersey all day long.
All day long.
I see a bad bitch wearing a Ronaldo jersey all day long. You ain't never seen no bad bitch wearing a fucking Cape Verde jersey.
No.
Never.
Never.
But let me tell you, if you watched any of the Cape Verde games and saw what was in the crowd with them jerseys on, whoo, buddy. Whoo, buddy. They bring them out. Holy moly.
You want to talk about the whitest game? Like the whitest game?
Yeah, what?
I
Which one?
watched- it was Norway and England.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of Vikings out there, bro.
It was crazy. I was like, damn, that's a lot of white people. It was like, shit.
No color.
No color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will tell you this, had a short stint of living in England. The one, you know what? I've seen a lot of different people with British accents, Australian accent, but British accents. But the one that messed me up, and I've seen plenty of sister girls and brothers over there that got British accents.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't bother me, right?
Yeah.
The one that fucked me up,
Let me guess. Hold on. Let me guess.
go ahead.
Asians.
100%.
The Asians with the UK accents,
accent.
bro.
Bro,
Yeah. And they're there.
They are.
They're there.
And I got to the register, and all of a sudden, this girl rang my groceries up, and she spoke with a British accent, and I had to do a double take. I was dumbfounded. Granted, my first wife was Japanese, right? And I grew up, with an Okinawan stepmother and an Okinawan family, and so for the longest time, all I ever really dated was Asian women. So now, and I
Not mad at you
I
either.
also love British accents. So now you kind of fucking with my emotions because because not only do I want to sample the soy sauce, but you got the accent to go with it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah.
just happened?
Yeah.
I'm like, so it kind of threw me for a loop. Mm-hmm. But that I tripped on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was just after you said that that was the whitest game that you watched. There are, I mean, okay, you live there.
Right.
Is the ratio over there like here in America?
Well,
Because there's so many actors, so many
Right.
people, there's UK rappers,
Right.
there's drill rappers and rappers
Yeah.
that are black. There's a lot of English actors that are black. Idris Elba, all of them cats. You know what I'm saying?
will-
Like there's a lot.
and that's the thing. Like I got friends that are from India, right? But their families moved from India into the UK, and they even have a British accent. So it kind of trips me out a little bit at first because I think I'm shopping at Quickie Mart there for a second, But,
See, when you say stuff like that is when we need to have a Patreon because
we do.
because I could because the remarks could fly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A very good friend that lived over there that I met over there. She actually worked at the hotel we were staying at, and we all got to know each other because we lived there for so long. We all got to know each other and friended each other on Facebook and have been friends for years.
That's your girl that be sending you.
No, that's my friend Rebecca. Her family come.
Okay.
But of course she's never going to see this. But Princia, she works for like some government office over there now. She's doing very good for herself. And
Shout
even
out
my
to
friend
her.
Rebecca, she works for like the government type office and whatnot. But you know, she has a British accent. So I was like kind of tripping on that. So I was like, but it would be nice to have like a representative on the show. And then the funny thing is like when you look at somebody and you kind of like misjudge them a little bit
Oh yeah.
all the time, right?
Okay.
So I had this kid that worked for me at the Big H, right? He was very quiet, right? And he was an Indian kid. I figure, you know, I'm like, why are you working in a factory, you know, here? I mean, usually, you know, you try to get a doctorate, you try to do your thing, everything else like that. And this kid picked up running that machine like that. And then he looks at me and he goes, hey, can I read the repair manual? I go, you want to read the repair manual? I go, that's not your job. He goes, I just get bored and that's what I want to do. Come to find out this kid went to Dartmouth. This is where like government and military contractors go.
yeah.
They go to school.
What do you have?
Master's degree in mechanical engineering.
And he probably had one of them, you know, good memory, them photographic or whatever. I want to read the repair manual.
Repair manual. He's like, I want to read the repair manual. And the kid was like,
Just cause.
just cause he wanted to read it. I mean, that dude was so smart. That guy was like clockwork. Paperwork done, machine done, changed over for the next shift. I had no complaints with that kid.
I recently did the same thing with you and one of your guys up front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you remember Lightweight? I think we had. I don't know if we mentioned it on the pod. Maybe remember you were no. It might have been a phone conversation. Anyways, you got a guy up front that's all tatted up,
Oh yeah.
and I recently spoke to him. Probably about a week, probably about 3 weeks ago, about a week before I went on. So it was a few weeks ago. But he was in there on a Sunday.
Yep.
And I spoke to him, and we kind of had a little back and forth. It was great. And then, but I had told you one day, because you were talking about him, and I told you, I was like, I thought that dude was a wigger. And I thought that he was like some kind in my head, and that's on me because I judged that dude based off of looks.
Yeah.
And I thought in my head, I was like, this guy just straight up probably is just a straight up wig. Like I pictured that in my head. And then you told me, no, then I found out he drove a Maserati.
Yep.
And then you told me, nah, man, he's actually a cool dude.
Cool dude.
And
Hard
is
worker.
a family man.
Yep.
And is a hard worker.
Yep.
Got a good head. And I was like, really? And then I talked to him and I was like, what a dick I am. You know what I mean?
I hate that. You got to eat crow. You're
Like, what a dick I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm man enough to say it. Like, oh, I typically, I don't pass judgment like that on people.
No.
But when you see somebody that's got tattoos on the face, it kind of just, you know,
Right.
you kind of just correlate that with, you know, something. And usually that something isn't great.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's kind of like our previous manager who could never remember everybody's name, and everybody had nicknames, including him.
Oh gosh,
because he had the tattoos on his face, and he was calling Post Malone.
Pat Posty.
He did. And then he could never remember one of the guys' names, and he was like, he knew he had just had a baby, and he would call him Baby Daddy.
Gosh.
And girl works in the back of the paint shop on days. Mm-hmm. He could never remember her name. He call her Cuz.
Yeah. I remember.
And then old girl that works, young girl works on the weekends up front. The college girl.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he could never remember her name, so he just called her Miami.
God.
he had nicknames for everybody.
Is she from Miami?
No.
He just called her Miami?
She's from Vero. Something like that. But
Every time I see that dude, I crack on him. Bro.
I do miss him. I do.
Every time I see that dude, bro, when they had the air show,
Yeah.
and he was handing out glizzies,
Oh, yeah.
and he was handing out burgers at the other time, and every time he sees me, I don't care what he says. Every time that dude sees me, he cracks a smile.
Oh, God.
Every time
Every time.
he sees me, before I even say anything, if I catch eye contact with him, he's already smiling because he knows I'm about to hit him with some shit.
I had to go.
I'm about to roast his ass.
I had to go over to his area the other day, and I just walked in. He didn't see me, so I'm just like standing right behind him. He's standing there talking to the lead, and I just looking, and I'm looking. The guy in front of him looking at me, and I'm like, I'm giving him the shoulder shrug, and then all of a sudden, he kind of turns around, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing over here?" Like, yeah, I just like I appear out of the middle of nowhere. Everybody's like, "How the hell do you do that?" But that's what I do. But I do miss having him over there. He was a great time. But
That's kind of where it ended, though.
Yeah.
You were a good time, buddy, but yeah, that was about it.
however, the girls that work in the certification office, dude, you have no clue the violations that go on in that office.
Between the girls,
Yes.
are they doing it on purpose?
No. No. And then they all snicker and laugh when they realize what they said because they're just as immature as we are.
Nah, yeah,
They just got it. I don't know if I told you last time. They just said that they had a new kitchenette put in. They got all remodeled over there, and there was a kitchen area back there. And she goes, I just like it back there. It feels good back there. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
Wow. And they could see the look on my face. And you know what she did? She handed me a notepad. She goes, "You want to write that one down?"
Oh, no way! Are you serious? Oh yeah. Oh, they're fun.
Oh, they're fun.
They're
they are
fun
a great
then.
time over there.
Okay.
But then I found out some interesting information that the redhead that works for me up front, that your boy that went to the back, guess you got him on camera, deep throating a glizzy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like just eating the glizzy, or was he actually like this motherfucker like
Yeah.
shoved it in his
From
mouth?
my understanding, that's what I got.
God damn. Hey, that don't surprise me though.
I got to get
I still stand on that dude is fruitier than a $2 bill.
right.
I stand on that.
Yeah.
I said, listen, that day that I told him that I thought he was gay. And I told him, I was like, bro, I don't have a problem with it. I got homies that are gay, dog.
My brother's gay. I don't care.
Yeah. But they were having a conversation
Yeah.
and I was under the plane, minding my own business. But you know me, bloop, I heard it. And he was talking about his ex-girlfriend. And as soon as he said ex-girlfriend, I was like, nah. And I told him, I was like, did you say ex-girlfriend? And he was like, yeah, because him and the redhead were talking.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, my ex-girlfriend. I was like, come on, bro. And I promise you, I was dead ass. I was serious.
Hey.
And he looked at me, he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I looked at her and I looked at him and I was like, well, what was his name? And he looked like this look of puzzle, just what do you mean? And I was like, I mean, you gay, right? And he was like, what? And I was dead serious.
Yes.
I thought he was gay. I thought he was gay from day one when I met him. I'm like, yo, my gaydar just beep, 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 beep. It went off like crazy. And I told him, I was like, it's okay, bro. I don't care, but you don't have to front. Then somebody put me up on his Facebook page and I was like, oh, case closed, motherfucker. It's all pictures of fucking him and dudes, bro. Him and his bros just shoulder to shoulder, arms around each other. I ain't see no ex-girlfriends, no females, no nothing.
What did it for me is when I come around the corner, and he was over there working on an aircraft, and he was over there just wet sanding and polishing, doing his thing, and he over there just vibing, right?
Oh,
He's just vibing. He got the little
I already
dance
know what
going
you're
on.
going to say. I already know what you're going to say.
Got the dance going on.
Yep.
He's vibing, and
Yep.
all of a sudden I heard his playlist, and I went over there. And of course, I'm that kind of supervisor that will walk
Yeah?
over. Yes, you may.
Oh, yeah.
I will walk over there and say some shit about your playlist.
Yeah.
And I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Well,
What are
I'm
you
working."
doing?
I said, "No, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I'm working on this plane." I said, No. What are you doing?" I said, "Are you listening to fucking Tay-Tay
Yeah.
and dancing around the aircraft
Yeah, oh, yeah.
while you working?"
Bro, he had Taylor Swift. He knew all the Taylor Swift songs.
100.
He knew all the Adele songs. If you put those two plus his demeanor plus his Facebook page, he gay. I don't care what you tell me.
Right.
And if he ain't, he curious. Or he done played in the mud a couple times.
Got mud on the tires.
For sure.
For sure.
And I don't care. Again, I don't care. I love our other gay friend in the back. I love that fool. Me and that fool crack jokes all the time. He be pissing me off too. He be like, "Hey, that motherfucker know how to get under my skin. You know how he get under my skin? He go, 'Hey, Big Daddy, fuck off.'" Hey, bro.
He does that. He does the same thing to me.
Hey,
I
bro.
walk back there, and I'll be like, "Hey, I need you to get me a touch-up cup of this or touch-up cup of that," and he'd be like, "Okay, Big Daddy."
Yeah. I tell him too. I call him out by his name and I tell him, "Hey, don't start that shit, motherfucker."
You're right.
And he just laughs. He be like, "Why, Big Daddy?" I'm like, "Motherfucker." I'm like, "Hey, dog, we cool, but we ain't that cool." You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it ain't going down.
Oh my God, yeah.
You want to switch subjects real quick?
Go ahead.
I drove Uber yesterday and today, right?
Right.
I had a ride this morning at 5:30 in the morning going down
I was
to
already at work by then. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. No, I know. No, I was up. I woke up when you punched in probably or earlier. I got up at 3:45.
Yeah, I was already up. I get up 3:15.
My shit. No. I'm talking about punching in though. Clock in. What time did you clock in? 4:30.
Yeah, 4:30.
Yeah. So, anyways, I picked this lady up. I got to take her to the airport. These morning airport runs that I usually schedule, that I booked the night before. Usually, it's a conversation, right? Early in the morning, they're going to the airport, and I've had a couple that just sit in the back on their phone, no convo. Cool, I'm cool with that. For the most part, though, airport runs, for whatever reason, they want to conversate a little bit, right?
Trying to wake up.
Brother. Yeah. I had a older, and you say older, I mean just a little older than me, right? She was probably, I'm gonna say she was in her late 50s, okay, maybe early 60s, but I'm thinking mid to late 50s, 55 to 58, somewhere around there. Puerto Rican from New York.
Oh boy.
And she's going on and on about her friend. Because I picked her up. I was out of the car already waiting for her to come out. The garage goes up. I had the trunk up. I open the trunk. She walks out. They're going back and forth. See you later. Thanks for coming. Da, da, da. She throws a couple jabs at her. I was like, oh, I like her energy already, right? Because she was already on bullshit at 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
So I was like, cool, this is going to be an okay ride. So we head down the road, and she is a chatty patty boy. She is just a chatterbox. She's just going on and on about her friend, and sadly, her friend was going through some stuff. Her husband just took himself out and a couple weeks before. So, but somewhere along the line, we're on the 95, and this conversation takes a turn. Mm-hmm. She Catholic.
Yeah.
there was probably 20 minutes out of this, 20 to 25 minutes out of this 45, 50-minute drive that was about her uncle's touching her.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Why? Hey, but here, you ever? Hey, hold on. Yeah. Before you even go any further, you know the funny part about it is, why is it always the Catholics from fucking New York that are always touching on each
Yo,
other?
it's not. Hold on, though. It's not only the. Hold on. It is. You got half of that right. It's always the Catholics. It's always the Catholics. Yes,
I'm Catholic.
but it's not
and I
only.
ain't never been touched
but it
like
ain't.
that.
But it. You ain't a female. But it ain't from. It ain't only from New York. No. That goes all the way to the West Coast too. California. I think all over the world. Catholic priests, Latino uncles that are Catholic are known for touching on people. Really? It is a going joke. I've made the joke at work and people don't know what I'm talking about. Like with another guy, like somebody will like pat my back or they'll touch me or something and be like, hey, don't touch me like that, fool. You ain't my uncle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a known thing. It's a running joke, right?
Right.
But hey, she was wild with it. She was talking about one of her family members. And her family member was talking shit to her, talking about, well, that's why your dad was a drunk. And she was like, that's why your uncle touched you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But she said a different word. She used the R word. She was like, that's why your uncle raped you. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, and I ain't putting up with that shit. And she's like, and she's just in my backseat at 5:30 in the morning, bro, just wilding out. I was physically laughing in my front seat, bro. And she thought that I was laughing at her story. I'm laughing at the fact that I got this old lady in my back seat early in the morning, bro, talking about her uncle used to touch her, dog. She told me when it happened. Yo, she told me, she was like, yeah, I remember when I was like 10 years old and I was in my bathroom and I was brushing my hair. And all of a sudden my uncle came in the bathroom and he hugged me. But he hugged me from behind. Johnny, I can't make this shit up, dog. I promise you I can't make this shit up, homie. This shit writes itself. I looked in my rearview mirror at her and I was like, and then she didn't stop there. She was like, yeah, he hugged me from behind. And he started feeling on my breast. And he pushed his thing up on me. And I was like, and she talked about when she was 10 years old, sir. I was like, what? And she was like, and then my mom bent the corner and my mom was like, hey, no. She started talking Spanish, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we don't do that here, you know what I'm saying? Get out of the bathroom. And she was like, my mom came in and saved me, you know what I mean? Like she took him out of the picture. She was like, no. And he wasn't allowed to come over anymore. Excuse me. He wasn't allowed to come up. I had a wild ride this morning, bro, on the way. And that wasn't all. She kept going and going and going. The whole time, this lady just talked and talked and talked and talked. And every like few minutes, I just laughed. And I laughed more and more. I tell you what, man, I get some good shit sometimes with this rideshare shit, man. I get some people, some characters in my car, dog.
I can, you know.
Is there another one in here?
Yeah, there's another one in there for you on the ice, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You know, it's funny how a lot of these, it's like, as Catholics, we get a bad rap for that people from other areas, out west.
Hold on. Is it a bad rap or is it facts?
Right. It's you know, and
because they've gotten caught up.
Right, they've gotten caught up. And I will say this, when it comes to the Catholic Church, you know, and I understand it's a vow that you're taking to be celibate and everything else, like, because my grandmother wanted me to be a priest. And
bro, she told me that it started with a priest. She was like, here, because I asked her, I was like, let me ask you something. Because I told her, I said, I'm not Catholic, so let me ask you something. I said, why do you think it is that it's like where did that stereotype come from that uncles that are Catholic do that?
Well, I
You know
don't.
what I'm saying?
I don't think it has anything to do with Catholics. I think it has to do with just the uncle part.
Well, no.
Because-
This is what she told me though.
What'd she tell you?
She said, this is my understanding of it. She said, the uncles grow up that way because when they were small and they went to Sunday school and they were choir boys and they were this and that, she said they were always around the priest and the priest would fondle them. And that's where they learned it from. And she said, then they grew up that way thinking that it was okay and that was what you were supposed to do. And then it carried on later on. And she was like, that's my understanding. And I was like, well, that makes sense. And she was like,
Well, I think in society, there's always been the creepy uncle joke.
well, yeah.
Through-
But that's where it stems from.
Yeah, the creepy uncle joke is like, hey, come sit on my lap. I got some candy for you and stuff.
Yo.
Down in Kentucky, they got the daddy uncle down there. It's that crazy stuff down there. But
I never, thankfully, my dad's brother, and then all of my uncles that my aunts married. Luckily, none of them were on some BS.
Right.
I never got, you know what I mean? And they're all Catholics.
Yeah. Well, my Uncle Tony,
Or were.
on my sister's side of the family, was a deacon. They can give mass, they can give communion, they can do all that stuff. But he actually did my sister's rosary when she passed away. But they're allowed to get married. They're allowed to have families. Oh, let me grab a little bit more. Hold on. Let me grab a little bit.
You don't need to grab some more. Yeah, I know you got to work tomorrow, but cheers.
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 I do think that they should allow, if they're going to allow a deacon to get married and have a family and have kids, I think, and I understand, if you want to take that vow to be celibate and everything else like that, cool, I'm fine with it. But if you are a Catholic priest and you feel that you want a family, you should have that option. I really do. But, it's always some sort of controversy going on with the Catholic religion and everything else like that. But I can honestly say, growing up in Colorado, I used to go to St. Thomas Seminary all the time, right? And because my grandmother wanted me to be a priest. It wasn't going to work out because I like titties. And and I like the titties are my favorite. It's about the backyard.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All about the backyard.
Oh yeah.
So, but I would go to a lot of the festivals there and, a lot of the different teachings there and everything else like that. It's just it wasn't for me. So, I will say that my biggest regret is when my grandmother arranged piano lessons from the nuns. And I could have had piano lessons, and I turned it down because I stood my ground because I wanted to play the drums. I didn't want to play the trumpet. I was forced to play the trumpet, and I just didn't want anything to do with the piano. Now, as I'm older and wiser, I wish I would have learned how to play the piano.
So I have the kind of a similar story. There was a piano in the house that I grew up in with my stepdad, and my stepsister got piano lessons.
Okay.
She used to they had a lady that come to the house and gave her piano lessons, and she played the piano. My stepsister played the piano beautifully, and I wanted to play the piano as well. And for whatever reason, they told me no, and I was given a saxophone. They gave me a saxophone. For whatever reason, I was very young. I was like third grade. And I was like, yo, I don't want to play the saxophone. In hindsight, oh man, I wish I would have learned how to play the saxophone, dog. You know what kind of, I would have learned how to play the saxophone. Like
Well.
in hindsight, but when you're that young, you don't know. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I want to be like my older sister I want to do what she does.
Right.
Because that's what you do when you're the younger sibling. You want to copy what the.
Right.
And I was like, I want to play the
You
piano.
see them getting props for it.
And for whatever reason, they would not allow me to play the piano.
Yeah,
they wanted me to play the saxophone, and my heart was not in the saxophone.
My grandmother came to me and said, she's like, Johnny, I arranged for piano lessons. And I was like, I've already had tennis lessons, swim
Oh,
lessons.
damn. What kind of family did you come from? What, you in a country club?
No.
You had tennis lessons?
Yeah.
Tennis lessons?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And swimming lessons?
Well, I had swimming lessons. You know how I got the swimming lessons?
By almost drowning?
Pretty much. My mom threw me in the pool. She said, sink or swim. And I swam. She goes, now you can have lessons. Got to earn that shit. But tennis was kind of part of it. You kind of went from the swimming part of it, and then they took you out there and taught you the fundamentals of tennis and everything else like that.
The most bougie, I'll say bougie, I guess. I don't know if that's the correct term or not, that I got to do anything like that is my dad put me in golf lessons. I actually did
That's
very
some bougie shit, right?
I actually did very well, but it didn't last long.
Yeah.
I was a knucklehead, bro.
Yeah.
I was
You know,
I was trying to do
and that's the thing.
knucklehead shit.
The first time
Excuse me.
I stepped onto a soccer field, my coach, Coach Lujan, which he's probably passed on, God rest his soul by now.
Shout out to him.
He was from Spain, and he looked at my name, and he loved golf. He was a soccer coach, but he also loved golf.
Yeah.
And he looked at my first name, he looked at my last name, and he goes, son, you should not be playing soccer. You should be playing golf. You are named after a golfer. And I was like, I didn't even know who that guy was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Too bad they can't, confuse his retirement and
Who's he talking about? There's a golfer, Johnny Miller?
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've never even heard of him.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so, it kind of threw me for a loop. I didn't start really golfing or anything until I got into the military, which turned into just going to the driving range and turning into gambling and drinking.
Buddy, I've seen your fucking swing, homie. Not bad, dick.
I try.
Not bad.
You know what?
Better than mine. You've seen mine.
Yeah.
Every single time I hit the ball, it goes to the right. Listen, never to the left.
Always to the
It's always to the right. I will say, if I fucking plant my feet this way and shoot and hit the ball that way, it will end up in the middle of the fairway every time. Every time, without fail. I got to literally turn my whole body. You just get up there, straight up, pow, and you smack the ball. You know who else who can smack the ball? Our other brother-in-law. Oh, you know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah, too tall.
Oh, big for nothing. He can smack the ball too. When he hits. You though, sir, surprised me. First time we went to Drive Shack, I was like, yeah. I heard that. I was like, yo. What was that?
What was that?
I was like, okay. It didn't say nothing right. It took a little mental. I was like, oh, Johnny got a little good hit right there. And you went up again when it was your turn. Pow, smack. I was like, oh, this fool consistent. And then after that, I was like, I don't know if you remember. I was like, hey, man. I was like, yo, you golf, homie? Like, what? You ain't just getting up there smacking the ball like that. You were like, I mean, I've golfed a couple times.
I am not the great. I love going to the driving range. I really, really do.
We should go.
And we should. And
Not now.
but
Too hot.
Too hot. God damn, it's hot.
Wintertime, though, we should go.
Yeah. But like in the Army, most of us would go after duty, and we'd go over to the local driving range there, and it would turn into gambling and drinking. Right? It's like, who can hit the kid that's driving around in the golf cart picking the golf balls, right?
Yeah.
Even my bachelor party, we went to the driving range, me and the guys, and we started putting money in the bucket, right?
Really?
We put money in a bucket.
Oh, so you used to golf.
So we throw money in a bucket. Who can hit that? Who can hit that? Oh, there's the kid. And they had this, it was funny. They had this, at this one driving range, they had an old propane cylinder looking thing out there, and it was painted like a cow. And I was like, and it was probably 150, 200 yards out there. And everybody and their brother trying to hit this damn thing. And they're going left, they're going right, they're going low. And you had to hit it. You couldn't bounce and hit it. It had to be a drive line hit, right? Or just a loft in, right? Fred hit it. Got up there. We had money in the book. Everybody's putting every time you swing the club.
Wait, you were in the military with Fred?
No.
Oh.
And this is when me and my wife got married. And,
Oh, okay. Oh, this is a bachelor party?
Yeah, bachelor.
Oh, okay.
And so we had a whole thing going on, and then
Fucking shout out to Fred.
every time you swung the club and you missed, you put 5 in the bucket. You missed, 5 in the bucket, and the bucket started to add up. And then
Well, who got it at the end though?
Fred,
Oh, you had to hit the thing.
yeah.
Oh.
Next thing you know, Fred get up there and he's like, "Phew." And we're like, oh, this is some bullshit. Next thing you know, we see it just go, pink, and we're like,
Hell yeah.
bullshit, right?
Bro, shout out to I can't wait. When are they supposed to be here?
October.
I
He's
can't
gonna be here
wait.
October.
I miss your mom and
yeah,
Fred.
they
I miss your mom and Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, Angie was good for talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
And Fred was just good for fucking getting them fucking dumped. Just getting them dumped and watch. That fool was good for the day. I love Fred, man.
You know, one of these days we need to post when he won the. I'm very. I'm a proud son that can say his stepdad won the dance contest in Jamaica because my guy brought out his stripper moves back in.
Bro, he
day.
brought out the he brought out the gigolo moves full effect. He
did.
brought them out in full effect.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I saw that video, I was like, oh, this fool used to get paid.
Hey,
Like this motherfucker used to make a living off of this
remember when
shit.
you guys used to do the battle, the dance battle?
Oh yeah.
Video
phones?
on the phone.
I love Fred, dude.
Oh, my
Fred
God.
is a fucking trip. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you what, when they come out in October, I'm gonna tell you right now, Angie, because I know you watch the pod. You better not put my man Fred on the fucking front porch. That's not happening. Fred, matter of fact,
He ain't working.
Hey, he ain't working. Matter of fact, Fred might be the first motherfucker to play Drinko with us. The way it's looking, he might be the first motherfucker to play Drinko with us, and you ain't putting him on the porch.
100%.
I'll use fucking 12 hours of PTO to fucking party with Fred. I don't give a fuck.
Last time he didn't go to work for 2 days.
That motherfucker did not go to work for 2 days.
Oh.
And that's when your mom grounded him to the front porch. She was like, no, you're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done. You stay on
You're
the front
done.
porch.
It's like, oh girl, you're done.
You're done. I do have some funny news to tell you. And it was just so one of the inspectors come over and was like, "Hey, I got a question." He's like, "Did somebody in this building get let go?" And I'm like,
What you talking about? Yeah, several people have been let go.
No. In the leadership capacity.
Oh,
And I was like,
he barely found out?
I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, well, there's this rumor going around that so-and-so was let go. And that person just happens to not be here today. And I'm like, where did you hear this from? And he goes, at the certification office. I said, let me grab my golf cart keys. I'll be right back. Because if anything happens at work, they know about it. And I pulled up, brakes squealing, walk in the door, walked around the corner, looked at the old girl, and I said, talk to me, Goose. And she looked at me, she was like, I don't know anything, I don't have any confirmations. I said, what do you mean you don't have any confirmations? She's like, no, I don't have any confirmations. And I said, really? Really? No confirmation whatsoever?
Are you about to tell me some juicy shit?
And I said, so she goes, it's kind of a rumor that we've heard. And I go, stop. And I was like, yeah. I said, I need a confirmation. Email, something, text message, carrier pigeon. I don't give a shit.
That's how they send the pigeons.
Right. So then, it was just a rumor. But I looked at my QA guy and I go, you can't come to me with some stuff like this to give me a chub.
Bro.
He goes, I had a chub. I had to put my shirt over my pants walking out. And I was like,
Bro, did you see how it just sat up, bro? Because I thought you were about to. I was like, yo. I was like, yo. He waited till the end of the pod to hit me with this shit. Yo, you waited till the end of the pod to give me this fucking news.
but come to find out, it was about, it wasn't about that. It was about somebody had been let go. And I don't know, these people must live under a rock.
Yeah.
When the previous guy.
You're talking about Baldy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
That's
it was
old news.
That's old news.
Hey, isn't it? Hold on, though, Johnny.
Yeah.
Isn't it fucking crazy how even the fucking hint, the whiff of that person out of here gets so many people excited?
Oh my God.
I mean, doesn't that alone speak volumes to what this person is just? This person is just shitty.
Yeah.
Like, if people got excited about that towards me, like if they were like, oh hey, fucking JD, fucking the rumor went out that JD got fucking fired or JD got let go, and motherfuckers were happy about it, yo, that's crazy, bro.
If you ever got word of
That would never fucking happen.
if you got word of yourself that people were happy that you were getting let go,
Because she knows.
that's when that should hit you, that there should be some self-reflection. You need to take a look at yourself in the mirror, right? But
Yeah, that's sad, bro. That's fucking sad, homie.
Sad.
I here's what I will say. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal or anything. JD, as long as JD has been fucking punching in a clock at any fucking job, bro, from the time that I was a freshman in high school and I punched my first clock in at the El Burrito restaurant off of fucking Decatur, Washington. Anybody from Vegas that is my age knows what the fuck I'm talking about. El Burrito on Decatur, Washington. They also had a location downtown. Was the shit. I was a dishwasher as a freshman. From freshman fucking year until right now sitting in this chair, bro, JD ain't never, ever worked at a place and people talk shit about him because of his work or because of his work ethic or because of his attitude. Never. You can't tell me shit, bro. And I'm not saying that. I say that proudly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that as I'm the shit or whatever. I don't give a fuck where I have worked. I've worked in a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars, a lumberyard, construction, all kinds of shit back home, bro. All kinds of shit. Can't nobody ever say that I was a fucking lame, that I was this, that I was that.
Right.
This person comes into work every day just knowing that motherfuckers don't like you. Motherfuckers talk shit about you every day.
Oh, 100%.
And you still just hang around. Yo, if motherfuckers got that excited about me fucking leaving the company, I can't even fathom that shit.
Right.
That shit don't even register, Johnny. That shit don't even register.
I mean, for me, granted, am I full of jokes and sarcasm? I am. Because, we spend more time with our coworkers than we do with our families.
Yeah.
And
It's a fact.
I talk a lot of shit at work. I love to joke around.
Yeah.
I love to have a good time.
Absolutely.
As long as you doing your motherfucking job.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I will say this. I have been told that when you frustrate people to the point that all they can do is call you is a dick.
Who, me?
Me.
Oh. Yeah.
you have reached the pinnacle. You are at the mountaintop because they have nothing else to come at you other than you're a dick. And I prided myself on that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I got the job done.
Yeah.
Right? But here's the thing. I don't bring my personal problems into work.
Here's what I'll say, and we got to wrap up
Yeah, we
because
gotta wrap
I
up.
kind of got a hard out. Pause. Pause.
What did you say?
Pause.
Did you say hard out? Or,
That's what we call it in the showbiz world. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, sir. We call it when you have to be somewhere and you have to wrap it up at a certain time. It's called a hard out. Pause.
okay.
Pause.
My bad.
Pause. Anyways,
Anyway.
here's what I'll say about you. Have people talk shit about Johnny? To me, in the past, not knowing. I think now, people are aware that like we're connected. You know what I mean? Some
Right.
way. I think now that people know that we do a podcast and they're like, oh, hold on, these motherfuckers are cool. Like cool. Even though if they don't know, our actual relationship.
Right.
But have people in the past year and a half, if you think that in a year and a half, nobody has said, man, fuck Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you think that multiple people haven't come to me and been like, man, fuck that fool.
Right.
I can't stand that motherfucker sometimes. Or fucking wow, right?
Right.
I'd be lying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is always, and I've never told you, this is always my counter to that. Because there's only like one or two people that like to bump their gums a lot about up front, right? And you probably can figure out who it is, right? And I tell them, hey, bro, that gives you a hint right there. Bro. It's not sis. Bro. Hey, bro. Does he get the job done on me? Hey, bro. Do you ever see that motherfucker stand still for more than fucking 2 minutes at a time? Hey, bro. Is that motherfucker on top of shit? Hey, bro. Will that motherfucker jump in when other fucking supervisors won't? Do you see that motherfucker being a pencil pusher? Do you see that motherfucker just sitting behind his fucking desk all day, like all these other motherfuckers? No. Do you see him jumping in to help him when when motherfuckers need help? Do you see him going and grabbing fucking this, grabbing that, fucking pulling out fucking dents, doing shit? Do you see that motherfucker on the move all the time? Always moving. Do you know what that means? Always doing something.
Always.
Right? Does that motherfucker have your back when it's time to fucking, you know what I mean? I don't want to say because, you know what I mean? I don't want to, I'm just saying. And motherfuckers would look at me and they'd be like, well, no, I mean, yeah, no, you're right. Okay, then. Then shut the fuck up, homie.
Because
You know what I mean?
because at the
Then
end,
shut the fuck
at the end
up.
of the day, they have to understand that I have people that I have to answer to.
Absolutely.
There's always somebody in charge.
Absolutely.
So,
And I will say, to go with that, I will say, I ain't heard that in a long time. It's been quite some time. There's really one motherfucker that used to bump his gums, and I'd be like, hey, dog, that motherfucker ain't never done you dirty. Has he ever done you dirty? No. Has that motherfucker ever told you fucking da-da-da-da? No. Has that motherfucker ever? No. Then shut the fuck up, dog. Pull your fucking panties out of your pussy and shut the fuck up, dog. Just do your job, homie. Do your job and go home.
I had one come in the other day. Motherfucker, not only was I already done with my meeting, I was in my boss's meeting. I come back to my desk and there's a fucking PTO slip on my desk. And I went to his lead and I said, hey, you need to go back there and you need to tell your boy that shit, I don't deny very many people's PTO. I said, but that shit's denied. I said, not only is he supposed to have that into me after either before the 5:30 meeting or directly after the 5:30 meeting, I will honor it. I said, but now.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
No.
Hold on. Yo, you showing them motherfuckers love, Johnny.
Right.
You want to know what the rule is on our shift? Brother, we have to have PTO slips in like a week, at least a week beforehand.
I mean, technically that's the rule.
Hey, all of that fucking same day shit, all of that, and that got and that got nipped in the bud like in February, bro. Like in February or March. All that fucking come in 8 hours, ain't shit to do because it's slow as fuck. I'm gonna take 4 hours for the rest of my day, PTO, and leave. No, all that shit got all that shit got put to a motherfucking back in February or March. They were like, no. There is absolutely no more of that shit. Y'all went on PTO at least a week ahead of time, if not more.
Right.
So you showing those motherfuckers love.
Because and I told him, I said, look, not only did he not have his shit turned in at the 5:30 meeting or right directly after, I said, I came back from my meeting and there was a PTO slip on my desk and I checked his time clock punches. I said, and this bitch was late. I said, so you can go break his heart and tell him denied.
Yeah.
But
it is what it is.
yeah, but I do have to give one shout out real quick before we go.
Go ahead.
Because I did have to work on the wife's car over the weekend, and that.
Wait, you did what?
So we had.
Oh, I heard. You got a spot. Did you check the spot in Fort Pierce? They have a spot in Fort Pierce that you can rent to put the car up in a lift. You can rent a lift for the. There's a garage in Fort
Where?
Pierce. I'll have to find out for you.
Okay.
But there's one right here in Fort Pierce.
There used to be one.
Shit.
There used to be one in Vero, and they closed down. Sadly, they refunded me my money on my gift card that I had, and the lady was super sweet.
What, in Vero?
In Vero.
Oh, okay. Oh, you paid for it?
Yeah, I paid for it.
Oh.
Prepaid. And they closed the doors.
Did you get the shit done though?
That done.
You got it done?
Done.
No more throwing out fucking codes?
Yes.
Good.
So, so my wife. Short story is that my wife I bought her a BMW X4M. Mm-hmm. Did not know because there is no X Drive. I'm new to the BMW world. I have 3 of them now, but
Yeah, you do.
Maybe it's part of the M package. Don't know, but we were not informed that her car was all-wheel drive. Usually it says X Drive on it when they're all-wheel drive. Her car's just not. So here I am looking at all the service stuff to do the oil pump because the B58 had for 2021 had a issue with the oil pump. They did a plastic sleeve plastic insert that really doesn't last. It fails. BMW refuses to do a recall on it. So the dealership was nice enough to pay for the pump. I did the labor, and I also had to replace the oil level sensor. So there is a place down in West Palm Beach called You Fix It Garage. Mm-hmm. They got a special going right now where if you pay for 6 hours in the bay, you get 8 hours. Now, technically, this is about an 8-hour or 6 to 10 hour job, right? If your car is 2-wheel drive, you have to drop the front subframe. You have to disconnect the wishbones, everything from the suspension, everything. And then you have to drop the subframe. Not only that, you have to get an engine support bracket. They have all that there. They have all their own tools. There's 3 2-post lifts in there and 1 4-post lift. Normally it's like $45 an hour. They do run some specials and stuff like that. All the oil disposal, everything is there for you, whatever you need. Torque wrenches, all that stuff. The staff was absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
I worked 8 hours nonstop. I actually worked 10 hours nonstop. And I went in and seen Miss Tiffany, who works the counter.
Shout out to Miss Tiffany.
And I said, ma'am, I'm sorry I overran my time. I said, whatever penalties I have to pay, I will pay. I said, but unfortunately, we ran into a hiccup because I did not know my wife's car was all-wheel drive because we didn't know.
Yeah.
Then, let me back that up about 2 steps. I had to send my wife to the BMW dealership because in order to remove the oil pan, you have to take the front differential off because it passes through the oil pan. The shafts have to pass through the... Yo.
Pause.
So I asked my wife to look up the fluid type. Nobody carries it but BMW,
Of course.
of course.
Of course.
My wife gets back to the garage. The BMW dealer's right around the corner. And she looks at me and she goes, with your military discount, she goes, 2 quarts of this fluid was $120.
Oh, wow.
I'm in the wrong motherfucking business.
Yeah.
So we get this all done. I get to my 10 hours and I said, ma'am, I have to leave the car on the lift. I said, whatever penalty, whatever. She goes, honey, you're fine. She goes, you have worked on that car for 10 hours nonstop. And I said, I need to come back in the morning and fix it. She goes, just bring it down to ground level, pay for your time for tomorrow, what you think you're going to need. She goes, don't pay for 6 hours or 8 hours. She goes, the way it looks, you're going to be done in about 4 hours. And I was done in 4 hours. That very next day, the owner was there. Absolutely awesome guy. He comes in, he introduces himself, and I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. It's kind of a weird name. Didn't remember. But because I interacted with Miss Tiffany so much, and he's talking. He was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I got to do this, oil pump and everything." I said, "BMW wanted $6,000 to change my oil pump. $6,000 to change an oil pump." So I'm doing all the work myself. Got all my torque wrenches, E-tools, everything, all the specialty stuff. Plus, he had them too. So he come over and he said, "You're on day 2?" I said, "I am on day 2." And he looked at me. He goes, "You take as much time as you need to get that job done."
Oh, wow.
He goes, "Whatever it takes." He goes, "I'm not going to charge you."
Oh, wow.
And he goes, "I know it's a tough job. It's a tough job." So he's been talking to the wife. He's talking to me. He's got grandkids. We got grandkids. At the very end, he has, he must give them out to, certain customers or whatnot. He asked me, he says, you have grandkids, right? I said, yeah. I said, I got 6 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. He says, come with me. Tells the wife, come. We go upstairs. They have a big tool loft up there with more tools. And he brings out 2 big boxes of Formula One cars, McLarens and Ferraris.
Nice.
He says, give these to your grandkids.
How many did he give you?
8.
What?
8 cars in each box.
Damn.
I think it was, or 6, maybe 6 or 8. But super awesome guy. And this is a hustler. This is his business, and he's a manager, a store manager for Costco. That's his main job. So not only is he doing a main job, he's hustling on a side business over here, making money on that business.
How big is that building?
4 bays, $45 an hour. And let me tell you what, the customers did not stop all day long. They're pulling in, they're doing their oil changes, they're doing everything. I got his business card. I'm going to give it to you. So when you got to do brakes, you got to do oil changes, whatever. Granted, is it a 30-minute drive for us? It is. But guess what?
I do that drive every day. I don't give a
Every
fuck.
day, right.
I do that shit Monday through Thursday. I don't
So
give
you
a fuck.
pull it in the garage, you put it up on the lift, or you drive up on the 4-poster, do the oil change.
I'm talking. No, I was more so thinking of how do we, you know what I mean?
Well, and now guess what? DIY has now closed down. There is nothing between us, West Palm, and Orlando that I know of. I've done the research. But if you know of one in Fort Pierce, let me know. But
I heard that there's one in Fort Pierce. You know who told me? You'll see him tomorrow. The little guy in plastics.
really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
Ask him.
Right. Because
Ask him. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that he's the one that told me before that there's one of those in Fort Pierce.
so if
'Cause that's
anybody
his stomping ground.
if anybody is in the West Palm area, even in our area, Port St. Lucie and Vero, Fort Pierce, all that stuff, you need a garage to go work in. I'm telling
What's the name of the garage?
It's called You Fix It Garage in West Palm.
In
It's
West
on-
Palm. You Fix It Garage in West Palm.
Yeah, off of Okeechobee Road, and it's actually on Military Trail.
Okay.
The easiest way is to get off. And
I'm right there
there every day,
all the time.
all the time.
All the time. I was right there all day today.
And the thing is, it's a big auto area, and the vibe is great. They got walked in the old school R&B's playing. They doing everything.
Oh snap!
And I walked in. I said, I looked at Dwight. Dwight's one of the guys that works there. I said, hey,
The white around your lips.
I said, hey, my guy, you cannot be playing Jody Watley in here for these young cats.
Oh
You
snap!
can't do that. I go,
That's funny.
so, but super nice crew, and
Shout out to You Fix It Garage in West Palm Beach.
There.
I'm gonna tag them in the video. I'll
Right.
tag them. I'll put their link. I'll do all that.
And they have a Facebook page. Go look them up if you're in the West Palm area, even in Port St. Lucie. So hey, but
Yo, shout out to Casa Dragones.
oh yes,
This was fire.
I'm glad you liked it, sir.
I'm gonna go get me a bottle of this. Actually,
Yeah, you don't want to know how much that was.
it's a lot. What is it? Couple hundred?
About $330.
Are you serious? Bro, why don't you tell me this beforehand when I just start fucking just enjoying myself, bro? Because then I feel bad.
You don't need to feel bad.
Nah, but that I don't feel as bad because it's not gone. You know what I'm saying? But here, cheers.
Hey.
Salud.
Salud.
No, but this shit is delicious.
Yeah.
Watch this. So, real quick before we go,
Right.
because I got a text. I'm not super pressed for time.
Okay.
I want to end with a violation.
Oh, violation.
I had many violations my first weekend back. Motherfuckers, and let me tell you, and I'm going to say it by name. My boy James,
Yep.
goddamn. I'm going to tell you right now, that motherfucker is a killer. That motherfucker, Johnny, that motherfucker.
I like James.
Bro, he is a fucking killer. And on Sunday, he was on my ass. Pause. That motherfucker was on fire. He roasted me. I absolutely love a good back and forth.
Hey,
Because-
yo. Damn.
Pause.
Okay.
Pause. Because I can dish out the shit.
Right.
I can also take it.
Right.
I am so okay with it. And he was on my shit. But somebody didn't show up to work on Saturday. You know who he is. Big swole guy.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
That's my fucking buddy, bro.
Right.
That's my fucking dude. So he didn't show up to work on Saturday, man.
Probably because he's knocking one down out on the beach somewhere.
No. And my lead is like, yeah, I don't know, man. I got a one-word text from him, and I really haven't heard too much about what's really going on. So the only text he got was hospital. So I was like, let me shoot a text because that's my guy. So let me make sure he's okay. So I start texting him. Now, I'm going to get more information than the lead is.
Right.
So I'm texting back and forth with him, and I get the lowdown, right? I find out what's really going on. So then he comes in to work on Sunday. And I was like, hey, bro, is your son all right? And he was like, yeah, man, he's good. And I was like, who let him eat shrimp? Because he didn't show up to work on Sunday because his son ate some shrimp on Saturday or Friday night, I should say, and was in the hospital all night and all day Saturday.
He got a shellfish allergy.
He got a shellfish allergy, right? So I'm like, hey, yo, who fucking, why'd you let him have shrimp? He was like, I didn't let him have shrimp. He said, his grandparents let him have shrimp. And I was like, well, why'd they do that? He was like, I don't know, man. He said they decided that they wanted to take him to a buffet. And at the buffet, he wanted shrimp. knowing damn well that he allergic to shrimp, but he loves shrimp. And he didn't have his EpiPen with him.
Oh.
And he was like, yo, I said, is he okay? He said, yeah, man, he's good now. And he was like, but I don't understand why he would do that shit to himself. He said, I like shrimp too. I'm allergic to shrimp too. Sometimes I don't give a fuck and I just eat that shit until my throat starts itching. I knew you would love that one. I knew you would love that. Bro, I knew you would love that one so much. Look, I wrote it down. I wrote it down. I knew that this motherfucker would love it so much that I wrote it down. That motherfucker said, he said, but I always got my shit with me, my EpiPen, so I could, you know what I mean? He said, but I eat that shit till my throat start itching. I say, yo. This
I gotta go on that one.
I thought you would enjoy that one. I thought you would enjoy that one. Yo, I was like, yo, you a wild motherfucker. Look, I'm tearing up, bro.
Hey.
I was like, yo, you a wild motherfucker.
Yeah, you wait till I see him on Friday. I'm gonna be like, hey.
Yeah, please do. Hey, it's so funny when I fuck with this dude because with him and I have a bit. All I picture is this. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you've seen him like when he's got his shirt on and shit. He looks like a big dude. You know what I'm saying? He just looks like he's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's a big dude. Like he might work out or something. You know what I mean? Nah, but when you see him like in a wife beater, like when you see him peel out of his shirt,
right.
nah, that fool got some size on him, homie.
Yeah.
He ain't, so it's different when you know that about a person and then they say some shit,
right?
And you're like, yo, your big ass can't be saying shit like that. You crazy motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Nah, but it was classic. It was classic.
Oh.
I just wanted to end on that. I thought we
my
would
God.
get a good laugh. That motherfucker, I said, yo, you did not just fucking say that to me, homie.
You wait till Friday.
That motherfucker said, yo, I like to eat the shit until my throat start itching. I said,
I just can't.
I fucking love work. I love the motherfuckers that I work with, bro. It's so funny. Hey, and not for nothing, James got me on Sunday, bro.
He did.
Yeah, that motherfucker, he's one of the few that can go fucking, like, really go toe-to-toe with me. That motherfucker will go back and forth and be like, I'll hit him with some shit. He'll fucking have a rebuttal. Then I'll have a rebuttal, and that motherfucker will get me again. I'm like, yeah. Like, sometimes he catches me off guard. And on Sunday, he was like, bam, 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 bam. Like, that motherfucker wouldn't stop. I was like, yo, you just obliterated me, dog. You fucking incinerated my ass. That motherfucker's good, bro. That motherfucker. So much so that on our walk out to the gate, he told fucking Richie, he was like, Richie, you missed it. I was on fire. I fucking roasted his ass. I was like, fuck you. That's how much he was roasting my ass on the way out. I was like, gosh, damn.
It's kind of like when I get everybody to go up to you and go, man, you're tall for a Guatemalan.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I fucking hate that.
That gets
shit.
under his fucking skin.
I hate that shit. All right, y'all.
All right, we gotta go.
We fucking did it. An hour and a half. We fucking did it. We're back. Brother, I'm glad we're back.
We're back.
Thank you for the fucking...
You're welcome.
And thank you for the Modelos. Thank you for the tequila. Shout out to Casa Dragones. Shout out to You Fix It in West Palm Beach. Yep. You Fix It Garage. I'm definitely going to tag them. Hey, we'll see you guys again next week. We the Bastards. We out. I got to piss like a racehorse.